Hey, hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is episode 132 in the Throwback Thursday series I'm doing using old makeup. Not oogie old, just not talked about old. And this one happens to have been re-released just recently. It is the Nomad Ghost Town USA palette. Obviously, I have not used this in such a long time, and it is a beautiful palette. And I know I recently was going to stop using Nomad for all my Throwback Thursday videos, but this one seems fitting. And like I said, haven't used it. I did pull it for fall palettes that I want to play with, so that's what I'm doing today. I also pulled out the Nomad Haunted Europe because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use today, but Ghost Town won out. I'm going to use these palettes, I think, kind of a lot through the fall. I have 4 heavily autumn themed Nomad palettes, so I think I might as well just embrace it, right? Like, why not? So anyway, I'm going to do what I think is a pretty easy, wearable, everyday look today, because I feel like a lot of us go for that type of thing on the daily. So that's my plan. I will obviously be doing less everyday wearable looks as well, just not today. So I'm going to quit yammering and get into this. Okay, I am going to start with the shade Copper Penny, which is this gorgeous shimmer right here. And I'm going to blend it out with this and this. So the lighter one is Undead Sheriff, and the darker one is Bandit Queen. Like I said, keeping it simple, but I think it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to use my Singe Beauty EO1 into Copper Penny. I think we're gonna use it dry. Let's just see how it goes. I was going to do my face first and then do my eyes, but I don't know, because I wasn't 100% sure what palette I wanted to use and, you know, what look I wanted to do. I figured better err on the side of caution and do my face after I get my eyes done. So I did prime the way I normally do with the NARS Soft Matte Concealer below my brow and the Divina Prelusion eye base from my lash line up to my brows. Loving that primer so much. Oh, you know what I want to try? Just for funsies? A Rephr 13 and the Copper Penny shade. Let's just see. I'm gonna whack it on the other eye. I usually just do one eye on camera, but I wanna see what this shade looks like, excuse me, with a fluffy brush. We're kind of experimenting a little bit today. Okay, so it's basically the same. With the fluffy brush, it feels like it looks a little more diffused, maybe a little softer, which I think is good to know, because what if you don't want to pack it on super heavily? Now, since we are playing and experimenting, I'm going to grab my handy dandy bottle of water. I'm gonna go back into the Copper Penny shade with my Singe Beauty brush. Get that loaded up on there, and then I'm going to wet it. Just to see what we think. And I'm going to apply that on this eye. See if there's a noticeable difference. Who knows? We're just playing. You know, I think this is the kind of shade that no matter how you apply it, it's gonna look amazing. So that's very cool. Okie dokie. Now I'm bouncing all over the place, but I'm gonna take my Rephr number 12, which is basically a giant pencil brush. And I'm going to go into Bandit Queen, which is the darker of the two mattes I mentioned using or wanting to use. Oh, look at that. Nomad eyeshadows, I'm telling you, you just cannot go wrong. They are so lovely. The mattes are consistently just amazing. Easy to blend, easy to apply. I really, genuinely, honestly think no matter your skill level or, you know, how long you've been playing with makeups, Nomad eyeshadows are made for everyone. I genuinely, honestly think anyone can use these and make them work and work well. It's just the formula. And the thing about the palettes, I think, is that no matter what shades you put together, they work. Like Nomad seems to really have a handle on how to curate a color story, a palette. This one almost looks like it is two 9-pan palettes, you know, split down the middle. But you can definitely mix and match and put the greens with the browns, or, you know, these coppery shades with the green mattes, and it will work. It just does. It just does. I love this palette. I'm so excited to be using it again. I was trying to think of I don't know, maybe a series type thing, or I don't know, something that would kind of tie using all 4 palettes together somehow for, you know, autumn. Let me know if you have any ideas. But I definitely want to get more use out of these. And they are certainly everyday wearable. You don't have to wait for this time of year. That's just, it's makeup, wear it whenever you want to. But because it's autumn and it's so easy to play with autumn themed palettes, you know, it just makes sense. So I'm just cleaning off my 13, and I'm going to boop in ever so gently to Undead Sheriff and just use that to further blend just the teensiest bit, because I think that looks pretty darn good. And I think pairing these palettes, like the Ghost Town and Haunted Europe, with the Fuji 5 Lakes and the Hudson Valley could be super duper fun. So yeah, I'm so excited to play with these. All right, on this same Rephr 13, I'm going back into Bandit Queen, because I just want to darken that up a little bit and blend it into the Copper Penny. Yeah, I mean, It's gorgeous and simple, and I could not be happier than I am right now. So I am going to go do the other eye, whack on the rest of my face makeups, and I'll come back. I'm not going to fuss anymore with this eyeshadow on my right eye. I'm going to add mascara and liner, and that'll be all I do to the eye off camera. So I will be right back. All right, I'm back and everything is done. Let me scoot you in for an up close reconnoiter at the eyes. I used the exact same shades on my lower lash line, Bandit Queen on the outer half and Copper Penny on the inner half. A little mascara, a little brown eyeliner, and that's the look. I think it's so nice. It was, I don't know, it probably could have been done in about 2 to 3 minutes had I not been yammering and experimenting with how to apply the eyeshadows. But I don't know, let me know what you think. I really like this. So that makes episode 132 done and dusted. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.